Okay, so today we're diving into something that's pretty crucial in today's business world, knowledge bases.
Right.
You know those online libraries of information
Yeah.
that help us navigate complex software and just solve problems without totally losing it?
Absolutely. And studies show that a well-designed knowledge base
Yeah.
can really boost things like user adoption,
Oh, for sure.
increase overall customer satisfaction.
Exactly. And, think about it even from an employee training perspective. Instead of these lengthy onboarding sessions,
Right.
imagine if you just have a resource where new hires can find answers to any question they have right away.
Yeah.
That's huge for productivity.
It really is. And a recent study by Forrester found that 70% of customers prefer to use a company's knowledge base to get answers to their questions rather than contact customer support.
Right, right.
And on the employee side, a McKinsey report highlighted that employees spend almost 20% of their work week
Oh, wow.
searching for information.
Just
So
searching.
a comprehensive knowledge base can dramatically cut down on that wasted time.
So we're talking about saving time, money, and frustration for, everyone involved.
Everyone involved, exactly.
And that brings us to a fantastic example of a company that's doing this really well.
Yeah.
ShelfAware.
ShelfAware.
They developed this super comprehensive and user-friendly knowledge base called ShelfAware Learn,
Yes.
which is free for all of their customers.
That's right.
ShelfAware Learn, I am intrigued.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So it's this treasure trove of information on everything ShelfAware, from the basics of setting up your account to the ins and outs of RFID printing
Wow.
and conducting these really efficient inventory audits.
So if I'm a ShelfAware customer,
Yeah.
I get access to this incredible resource for free.
Absolutely. It's part of their commitment to really empowering their customers.
Oh, wow.
And ensuring that they get the most out of the ShelfAware platform.
Okay.
Imagine being able to onboard new employees quickly,
Yeah.
troubleshoot issues
Right.
independently, find answers to your questions without having to wait for support.
That sounds amazing. Okay, what are some of the key areas that would be super helpful to someone who is new to the platform?
So one section that really stands out is the administration setup.
Administration setup.
It walks you through everything that you need to know to get your account up and running.
Okay.
Including adding customer details,
Okay.
managing locations, and setting up user accounts.
So I could essentially organize holding companies and subsidiaries
Yeah.
all the way down to specific shipping addresses and even sublocations within a facility.
And the level of detail you can get is really impressive.
Okay.
Think about being able to designate specific areas within a warehouse, like receiving dock.
Right.
It makes inventory tracking and management so much more precise.
That kind of granularity is key for really efficient warehouse operations.
Absolutely.
Now, what about setting up the inventory itself? I imagine that could be kind of a daunting task,
Yes.
especially if you're working with a really large number of parts.
Yeah, well, that's where the smart inventory setup section comes in.
Okay.
It's this step-by-step guide to adding supplier parts,
Okay.
syncing them with the customer inventory, and setting up automated orders.
Hold on, automated orders.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
So it's one of the most powerful features of ShelfAware.
Okay.
Imagine having your inventory automatically based on real-time consumption data.
Okay.
No more manual purchase orders.
Wow.
No more scrambling to avoid stockouts.
Really?
ShelfAware handles it all for you.
Okay, now that's what I call smart inventory management.
Yeah.
But let's back up for a second.
Okay.
You mentioned supplier parts with customer inventory.
Yes.
How does that work?
So it's all about creating this seamless flow of information between you and your customers. So you input your supplier part details, including things like part numbers, descriptions, and packaging information.
Right.
Then you link those supplier parts to your customer's specific item numbers and locations.
Got it.
And ShelfAware takes care of the rest.
Wow.
Ensuring that the right parts are ordered and delivered to the right places at the right time.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all comes together.
Right.
But RFID technology plays a big role in ShelfAware, right? I'm curious how ShelfAware Learn addresses that.
So you're right. RFID is a key component of ShelfAware's inventory tracking system.
Right.
And they've dedicated an entire section of the knowledge base to RFID printing.
Okay.
It covers everything from choosing the right label and resin.
Wait, resin?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with RFID printing?
So it's an important detail that often gets overlooked.
Okay.
The type of resin used in your RFID labels can actually affect their durability and readability.
Oh, okay.
Especially in demanding environments like warehouses or manufacturing facilities.
Makes sense.
So ShelfAware Learn gives you guidance on selecting the optimal resin.
So it's about making sure those RFID labels can actually withstand the rigors of the real world
Right.
and provide accurate readings throughout their entire life cycle.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and they go even deeper explaining how to configure software to ensure accurate data encoding on your printer.
Wow.
So it's all about optimizing that entire process to minimize errors and maximize the efficiency of your RFID system.
I am really impressed with the level of detail they've gone into here. It's clear they've thought of everything to help their customers really get the most out of RFID technology.
Absolutely.
But what about conducting inventory audits?
Yeah.
Those could be so time-consuming and prone to errors, even with RFID?
Yeah, that's where the ShelfAware Go mobile app comes in. And of course, ShelfAware Learn has a dedicated section to guide you through using it effectively.
I'm all ears. Tell me more about this mobile app
and
how it streamlines the audit process.
So imagine turning your smartphone into a high-tech inventory tracker. That's exactly what ShelfAware Go does. It allows you to conduct these quick and easy audits right on site using your phone and an RFID sled, which is basically a handheld scanner.
So instead of manually counting parts and trying to decipher handwritten notes, I can just scan RFID tags with my phone.
Exactly. The app records all the scanned data. And it syncs it with your ShelfAware account, providing you with real-time visibility into your inventory levels.
That's a game changer for efficiency and accuracy.
It is.
But I have to ask, what about those of us who aren't exactly tech savvy? Is ShelfAware Go user-friendly enough for even the most technologically challenged among us?
The app is designed with simplicity and ease of use in mind.
Okay, good.
It walks you through each step of the audit process, from pairing your phone with the RFID sled to navigating through different locations and scanning tags.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
I can already see how this app could save businesses a ton of time and effort during audits.
Right.
And I love that it works with both iOS and Android devices.
Yes.
So no one's left out.
No one is left out, exactly.
This is all incredibly impressive, but I have to ask, is there anything in ShelfAware Learn that goes beyond just explaining the features and functions of the software?
Yeah.
You know, something that helps users actually apply this knowledge in the real world.
So you're thinking about the tips for a successful audit section.
Yes.
Right. So it's not just about the technical how-to, but about the strategic why and how.
Okay, now you've got my attention. What kind of insights does this section offer?
So it's packed with practical advice on conducting efficient and accurate audits. Using RFID technology. It goes beyond the basics. Offering helpful visuals to illustrate key concepts. For example, it breaks down audits into 3 levels of complexity based on factors like the type of parts being audited, the density of the RFID tags, and the storage methods used.
That's super helpful.
Yeah.
So I could assess the specific challenges of my audit and tailor my approach accordingly.
Exactly.
Rather than just using a one-size-fits-all method.
Right, and it goes even further, providing tips on how to get accurate readings.
Interesting.
Even in challenging environments, like those with metal racks or liquids that can interfere with RFID signals.
Wow, they've really thought of everything.
They have.
It's like having an experienced auditor by your side.
Yes.
Guiding you through every step of the process.
Right.
And I bet those visuals are incredibly helpful.
They are.
For understanding the nuances of RFID technology.
Absolutely. Sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Right.
Especially when you're dealing with something as technical as RFID.
Yeah.
And speaking of visuals, they even include a demo video.
Oh, wow.
Showing you exactly how to conduct an audit using the app and a sled.
Okay.
So it's like having a virtual training session right at your fingertips.
That's fantastic. Seeing the process in action can really solidify your understanding.
Right.
And boost your confidence. Before conducting your first audit.
And that's the beauty of ShelfAware Learn. It's not just about providing information.
Right.
It's about empowering users to apply that knowledge effectively and achieve success.
I'm really starting to see the value of this knowledge base.
Yeah.
It's not just this static collection of documents.
Right.
It's this dynamic resource.
Yes.
That's evolving alongside the ShelfAware platform and the needs of its users.
And that's what sets it apart from so many other knowledge bases out there.
Okay.
It's constantly being updated and improved based on user feedback.
Wow.
They're always adding new content, refining existing material. And making sure it's the most valuable resource possible for their customers.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Imagine you've just signed up for ShelfAware and you're eager to dive into ShelfAware Learn.
Yeah,
Trust us, there is a treasure trove of information waiting for you in ShelfAware Learn. It's time to take control of your inventory and unlock the full potential of ShelfAware. And the best part, it's all just a click away.
It is.
Head over to shelfaware.zoholearn.com
and
start exploring today.